Here is a tour of the lifts at Guy's Hospital, and as well as that it's also a tour of the tower showing all of the floors and service floors. And now to the first lifts, which go from floors ground to 5. And now to the next lifts, which look the same as the first lifts but also go up further than 5, but I need a key to go up further, so I went up the stairs to see what was up there. And it is a spooky service passage. Now into the lifts. And now to the next lift.
This is the 5th floor, including clinical science and academic medicine.
And around the corner from that lift there is another lift. Now going back along and down to the tower, but I'm going to save the tower to last, so I'm going beyond the tower to the Jackson lifts.
Doors closing. Ninth floor. Going down. Doors opening.
And those were the Jackson main lifts. Now to the Jackson bed lifts.
Doors closing.
And now to the tower. I'm going to save the lifts going all the way up to the tower to later. First to the lifts that go halfway up the tower. These are some nice Schindler lifts. These lifts go all floors from basement to floor 18, but don't stop at floor 6. I wonder what's there. You'll find out in the tour of the tower later on.
Doors closed. Ground floor, reception and exit. Eighteenth floor, staff only.
And now to the lifts that go all the way up the tower. These are some really nice Schindler lifts that go really fast. These lifts go from the ground floor, next stops 2, then go fast all the way to 17, then all floors to 30. But don't stop at floor 19. I wonder what's at 19? Well, you'll find out later in the tour of the tower.
29th floor. The Bowden Suite.
Floor 30 was blocked off. I wonder why that is. I walked up the stairs to find out. Floor 30 used to be a nice viewing area with views across London, but it's now gone. All of floor 30 now looks derelict. The lifts only go as far as floor 30, but the stairs go further, so I carried on up, past floor 31, past floor 32, to where there's a spooky grid door that leads to the roof and a sign saying there's a silent alarm if you try to open the door. Oh well, I only wanted to go as far as floor 32 as that is where the lift motor room is. And next to the service lift, which is a really old Platt Schindler lift. This lift goes to all floors, even the floors the other lifts didn't go to. This lift's really grotty, it looks like it will break down any moment. And now, I thought that was all of the lifts in Guy's Tower, but it's not. There's another lift, the old bed lift. This lift goes all floors from basement to floor 18, but doesn't stop at floor 6. This lift's a really old lift. I think it's another Platt Schindler lift, but I don't know because the nameplate's got worn away. The buttons are really old, a lot of them are broken and don't work, and several of the floors have been locked off. I can't see any reason for locking off the floors, as you can get to these floors easily enough in the other lifts. And that's the tour of the lifts at Guy's Hospital. Now, here is the tour of the tower, starting at the basement and going up all the floors. Here's the basement, which has service passages all over the hospital. All of the lifts come down to this floor, apart from the fast lifts to the top, which start at the ground floor. Now, onto the ground floor. This is the main floor, so obviously all the lifts stop here. Then the first floor, all lifts stop here, apart from the fast ones to the top. Now to second floor, which is another main floor. On this floor, all of the lifts stop. Then the third floor, all lifts stop apart from the fast ones to the top, and the same for the fourth floor and the fifth floor. Now onto the sixth floor. Remember, this is the floor where none of the lifts stop apart from the service lifts. So I wonder what's here. It appears to be a service floor. And there's a locked door. I wonder what's beyond this locked door. Anyway, where's the service lift? Wait a minute, the service lift's beyond the locked door. So if I use the service lift, I'd get to see what's beyond it. Now, carrying on up the tower to the 7th floor. Once again, all the lifts stop here apart from the fast ones to the top. Same for 8th floor, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16th floors. On the 17th floor, all of the lifts stop. And on the 18th floor, once again, all of the lifts stop. And the 18th floor is the last floor for the halfway up the tower lifts and the bed lift. Now, onto the 19th floor. This is another service floor, as the fast lifts to the top don't stop here. On this floor, it doesn't appear to be much apart from the service lift. Then onto the next floor. Wait a minute, it's another floor called 19th. There's two 19th floors, and on this upper 19th floor is the motor rooms for the lifts that finish at the 18th floor. But there's no window in the door, so you can't see the motors. It's strange having two 19th floors. They both appear to be service floors, and the service lift doesn't stop at the upper 19th floor, just the lower one. Next is the 20th floor, where the fast lifts to the top stop here and the service lift stops here, and the same for 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30 is the top floor, which is the last floor for the fast lifts to the top and the last floor for the service lifts. This is the floor it used to be, the viewpoint, which is now closed. Now to floor 31, where just the stairs go, no more lifts, which is a service floor, not much here. 32 is another service floor with the motors for lifts that finish at floor 30 are. Then coming up from 32 is the grid door, which would lead to floor 33, which is the roof. And now into the service lift to see what's behind that locked door on floor 6.